Dun, 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 dun.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, welcome back to the show. This is the Two Dum Yinzers episode 379. Good morning, Mike. How you doing today, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. Living the dream.
Super. I was just reading before I came on. There's 83, get this, 83% of Americans, 83% of Americans don't wash their hands when done using the restroom when other people aren't around.
That's nasty.
That for one, why would you even, who took this poll? And is it
I,
it's just people messing around? Is it people, this is a funny question. I'm just gonna say no, I don't wash my hands. Or you think that it's really that bad?
I think it is that bad. People are disgusting. Like if they're not being checked, they'll do whatever. It's gross. It's
And
gross. Wash your
I
hands.
like to eat out. I like fast food. And that just really messes me up, man. 83%, more than 8 out of 10 people.
I hate it. I hate people. I hate humanity. I'm done.
Ugh.
I'm going to live out in the woods.
And
Like why? Why? How hard is it to go?
why did I even have to read this? You know what I mean? That's
20
that's the
seconds.
big why here. I
Yeah.
wish that I didn't even read it.
Like it's literally 20 seconds out of your day. I don't get it. It's not that hard.
And anytime you go into any restaurant or any fast food and you use the restroom, there's always signs, employees make
Yeah.
sure you what why does there even need to be signs? This is
That's like
insane.
that's a legal thing to CYA. That's covering your ass right there. But yeah, it should be customers, general public. Wash your hands, you nasty MFers.
I'm not as concerned about the public. I just want to make sure everybody in the back washes their hands. And just because there's a sign doesn't mean that they are.
That's true.
Mm.
You know what? That could be like someone's full time job where you're just going to stand in a restaurant's restroom and make sure the employees wash their hands.
That's where we're at. We're going back. Everything's going backwards. It's insane.
83% of the people who don't wash their hands, people are disgusting. I bet Derpy's one of those 83%.
I wish he was here today so we could drill.
He's not here to defend himself, so I'm gonna
No,
throw him into that group.
he's not washing his hands.
No,
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Yeah. 28 days, Mike. 4
28.
Sundays from right now. I started doing the math. I'm thinking, geez, preseason's over in 2 weeks. And the regular season ain't till 4 weeks. There's
Yeah.
2 weeks between preseason and regular season.
I don't like that. It used to be like what, a week. You'd have your final roster cuts, a week of practice, and then the game. They're teasing us, and I don't like it. You
Yeah.
get us all amped up. Yeah, there's probably going to be a week where there's college football, but that's just a Saturday. I need my Saturday and Sunday filled with nothing but football.
Man, it's just getting worse with the hands and the schedule. And
Yeah, it's just things are not coming up for us right now. I'm not liking this. I can't. It needs to start. Yeah, because it's the Steelers' last games, preseason games, the 24th, and we don't play again until the 10th.
yeah.
Like, what am I going to do between that time? Obviously, I'm not going to be watching my kid. I'm not going to be engaging with him. F them kids. I want football. Okay. When football season starts, that's when I stop talking to the family. I want football.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell, what the fuck are you doing to America right now? Okay. It's bad enough 83% of us don't wash our hands. More of us want to watch football on Sundays. Okay. Come on.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Hey, there's the big Permanis sandwich in the sky.
Oh, God.
Just in time.
Uh,
Just in time.
we were having such a good time, too. And
Morning,
it was,
Good morning, Derpy.
Good morning.
Derpy,
I think I got to leave now.
You landed just at the right time. We were just saying that. I was reading that 83% of Americans admittedly don't wash their hands after using the bathroom if there's nobody else in the restroom.
I'm going
I
by
blame
that.
Bob nothing.
I'm going by that silence that Derpy is. We just now confirmed. My suspicion is that Derpy is part of the 83%.
Derpy, do you wash your hands every time you go to the bathroom? Don't just say yeah because
Yes.
you're on the show, but come on, be honest. Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Maybe a couple times you don't. Maybe when you just pee, do you not wash your hands?
I wash them.
Yeah, he's an 83%er.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
83%er.
I'm a 17%er.
I'm something. I don't know. I don't feel like talking about it anymore. Steelers. We had preseason games yesterday, guys. I don't know if any of you guys got to catch any of the preseason games. The Saturday games were the Bears over the Titans, 23-17. The Buffalo Bills over the Colts, 23-19. The Jets over the Panthers with a convincing 27-0 win. Again, only preseason, but nonetheless. Jaguars 28, the Cowboys 23. The Ravens 20, the Eagles 19, and the Chargers 34, the Rams 17. We got two games today. The Chiefs at Saints at 1:00, so here in about an hour. And then the second game is going to be the 49ers and Raiders. And these are two games I'm going to keep my eye on. I believe I heard yesterday during one of the games that the Chiefs are going to play their starters.
It doesn't surprise me. Like from what I've read, man, and heard, like Andy Reid, his training camps they're tough.
Yeah.
And so then he throws them out there in preseason too. So you know what? It's worked. They won how many? Two out of the three last Super Bowls. So hey, whatever works for you, don't change it up because everyone else, is doing it different. So I don't think they're going to be out there long, but I can see them out there for maybe a drive or two.
I know that you're not the biggest Andy Reid fan in the world. I mean, I'm not a fan either, but that this guy does. He runs a tight ship, and he came short a couple of times of his Super Bowl aspirations. But you know what? He's also achieved quite a few times. This guy, when it's all said and done, he's going to go down as one of the best. I can't deny that. I think this trip to becoming a Kansas City Chief certainly solidifies that. If you would have just went off of the 4 straight NFC Championship games and those numbers, it would have been awfully sketchy. I mean, that's good. Most teams don't get to the championship game 4 times in a row, but I think that this going to Kansas City really solidifies him. And I honestly think if he does nothing from here the rest of the way out, he's going to land in the Hall of Fame. But I don't think that's Andy Reid. I think he's going to continue doing what he does. I think he's going to continue playing his starters on preseason. I think he's going to continue bringing the boom, and he's going to continue to keep trying to win championships.
Especially with that team. My God, you get a generational quarterback like that. It wouldn't surprise me if he ends up with like 4 Super Bowls.
What's he at now? Is it what they have 2?
He's at 2. Yeah, he won the 2 there with Mahomes, and I can see this group winning at least 2 more. You hate to put that kind of pressure on a group.
Ends up landing in the Hall of Fame one day. Andy Reid is a no-brainer.
Yeah, if Cowher's in the Hall of Fame with only the 1. Andy Reid right now is already a Hall of Famer with 2.
Yeah. Think about these. The Ravens game yesterday, guys. I was watching this Ravens game.
I did not.
The kicker, Justin Tucker, he kicks a 60-yard field goal.
Like it was nothing.
Now the Ravens have 24 straight preseason wins. I don't know if this is impressive or just annoying. In other words, this team doesn't accomplish much during the regular season into the playoffs. They certainly haven't over the past, X amount of years. But damn it, if they don't go perfect in the preseason every year. They make sure that happens.
They do.
In this 2015, guys, 2015 was the last time Barack Obama was still in office. Was the last time that the Baltimore Ravens lost a preseason game. 2015. It's not that they're that good and they just win all these games. They try. They really want to win these preseason games. And again, I don't know if that's good or it's annoying.
It's annoying, but I think it's good for those bubble guys, because if they're going to make it a thing, that's going to make the second half of those games mean something for these guys who are fighting for a roster spot. Can create that competitive environment, even make it even give those
Mm.
guys something to strive for. Like, hey, we haven't lost a game. You don't want to be the one who loses.
It's almost like fighting a
Like,
kid, like when you're
Yeah.
younger. It's fighting a kid that didn't want to fight you back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're going all out. I mean, obviously, you
Yeah.
won 24 straight
Yeah.
games. You know, these other teams,
Yeah.
they're done. Halftime, you're seeing third, fourth, fifth
Well,
rounders.
that's what I'm saying. They're putting their
know-
guys in there, but it's giving those guys an incentive to, I don't know, to make it a meaningful game for them, because you figure a lot of those guys aren't going to make an
It's like
active day
bullying in a
roster.
sense.
I'm thinking it's like maybe they're creating an environment for these guys. Like a lot of them know, like this might be your last hurrah to play organized ball. So let's go out there and try and win. Get more than you normally would in a preseason game. Give these bubble guys, hey, we have a standard here in the preseason. Just because you're out there doesn't mean we're not going to pay attention. We're going to pay attention. So I don't know. I'm just trying to, off the top of my head, think of how they can spin this. But you have Justin Tucker out there kicking a 60-yard field goal. That means Harbaugh really does care about this win streak more than he should. Like,
Again,
if Tucker wasn't
what are
out
they
there, I
doing?
can understand. Hey, you want your guys down on the depth chart. Yeah, hey man, keep this streak alive. Keep going out there. Play even harder than you normally would.
I hope they lose. I can't wait till
I
they
do
lose.
too. I can't wait till they
game.
lose.
And
And
it didn't
Harbaugh's
bother
gonna
me
cry.
last year when they were talking about it. Now it's. I mean, it's not bothering me, but it's like I said, it's annoying.
Harbaugh's going to cry when they lose. He's
He
going to be
always-
out there
yeah, he
whining to
always
the
cries.
officials. He does. The Harbaughs are little babies.
Next week, though, if you want to see them lose their preseason game, they play Monday night. They have the first Monday night game of the year next year, still preseason. But Monday night, the Ravens do play next week. So
Ugh. They should only play Monday night when it's the Steelers.
yeah.
And the Ravens. Otherwise, they don't deserve a national game. Real quick, I was going to say Malik Willis actually played pretty well in the Tennessee preseason game. Looks like
Malik Willis, quarterback.
The quarterback, yeah.
A
One
late
who, like,
bloomer.
Yeah, it's like, hey, he's making that second year jump. I think he's going to take longer to develop, but
This
it's
team
nice
that just
to see.
lost to the Bears.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But like when he was in there, he played pretty well. It's nice to see. Hey, he had a bad rookie year, and it's nice to see. Someone like that did not fall off. He's trying to get better.
Yeah, good for him.
Good for him, Malik Willis.
Izzy Abanikanda has another big day.
Yes, he did.
Had a touchdown. The Jets win 27-0. I'm getting interested, man, and we've been interested in this Jets team,
For a
throughout
couple
the
years
offseason.
now, man. Yeah.
And I can't wait. I can't wait to see, especially in the teams that we're getting excited about. I want to see the Jets. I want to see these guys. Again, we're not even seeing those teams yet. We have a whole month before we get to see those teams.
Yeah.
I mean, just think of what our defense was this past week. We played no starters, and you know what? The defense looked damn good, and it was pretty encouraging. I can't wait to see the guys get in there. I can't wait to see TJ Watt, Patrick Peterson, Joey Porter, Highsmith, Cam Hayward. That's five guys I named the 11 starters right there.
Minka, there's six right there. Yeah.
6.
So yeah, it's gonna be. I want to see those guys out there.
Okunjobi 7.
Yeah. Yep. I kind of get those guys out there for a drive or two next week, and then shut them down the rest of the way. I want these guys coming in healthy. I don't want to have, like last year, we lost Watt for all that time. I don't want to see that happen. I regular season needs to get here. I'm tired of talking preseason football already. I'm happy it's here, but like
It's just
these
been
games
lingering
don't
on
matter.
for 4 days.
I know
man.
the games don't matter. They matter to the guys to get ready, see who might sneak on
What
to
matters
the
is
practice
staying
squad.
healthy.
But it's all about staying healthy. And these pro athletes now, they stay in shape year round. So like
Yeah.
the starters really don't need to play just a little bit just to get that feel, to get the timing down. But I just want real football to happen to where big plays like Calvin Austin matters. That big touchdown that Kenny had to Pickens, where it matters. So you don't have to say like, oh, it was against second teamers. I want to go out there and be like, that was a dynamite throw. That was a dynamite catch. That was a great, run stuff. I want the stuff to matter.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to love preseason. Now it's starting to annoy me. After one game, I'm annoyed.
I'm still okay.
I think I'm just fired up for the regular season this year.
I am too.
It
And
was
again,
the Bucks, though.
It really really set me aback that I realized just recently that we have 2 weeks between
I know
the
that. I
end of
think
the
that's what
preseason
bummed
and
me
the
out right
beginning of the
now.
regular season.
I think my whole mood changed when you said that.
My whole mood changed. This and the hand washing. Jeez, oh man, why didn't you
You're
even wake up
fucking-
today?
Yeah, why'd we even do a show today if you're gonna be a fucking downer? Okay,
My
I'm the
goodness.
downer of the show, not you. You and Derpy are the uppers. I'm the depressant.
DeMar Hamlin, he played yesterday in the
Yeah,
game,
that's nice.
the Buffalo Bills game. He actually had 3 tackles. Good for him. That's really
Yeah.
awesome. Glad for him.
That really is awesome. There we go. Finally, something good and positive to
I mean,
talk
just
about.
last year he had all them things hanging out of his mouth, and he was about to
Yeah.
die. And here he is. He came back. He's came back in a 23-19 win over the Colts. Gets 3 tackles. Looked very. He you know what I mean?
He looked
Whether
healthy.
anything in the back of his mind is kind of hesitant or not, you couldn't tell. He was in there. He was playing his position well, and he made them tackles pretty impressively. So it looks like DeMar Hamlin might be back, guys. So
that is good news. That is good news. Like you said, man, he died on the field. They brought him back, and he's back out there. Not even less than a year later, he's out there. It's nuts.
A couple things from the Steelers. Tallman didn't even mention Keanu Benton by name in his post-game injury report. The Benton injury doesn't seem as serious. Does anybody know anything?
I was looking before the show about any of these injury updates, and I didn't see any mention of Keanu Benton. So
it doesn't seem serious. So that's a huge plus.
That's a good sign. Yeah, because the way he was playing on some of those snaps, that was very encouraging.
They'll probably shut him down.
I think he'll be out there.
Yeah, I mean, just because he's a rookie, I think they're going to try to get him a little bit of time. But you know what? I don't think they're going to press him, especially just depending on what we find out about this injury, we don't know enough yet to even say.
Yeah, because if it was like Ogunjobi or Hayward, they would be shut down. They wouldn't be playing. But I think young guy like this, they're gonna suck it up, young buck, get out there, and if you can go.
Keanu Benton, Leal, Herbig, Quan Alexander, and Mark Robinson. And Golden. We
have so many to drop.
There is so many. The depth chart got so healthy this offseason. I'm excited because last year that was one of the concerns. I mean, we had a pretty good defense, no two ways about it. And there was just that depth issue. And of course, if your starters aren't performing the way that Miles Jack and the way that Devin Bush did not, you didn't have many options. You just had to go with your starters and hope that they got the job done. I really dig the way they put this team together, the way that they assembled everything in the manner that they did. You know what? This is I'm so excited, guys. Quan Alexander says he's all in. He's all in on this Steelers defensive scheme. Just right now, it's just getting the cramming the plays, cramming what he has to know into his head. But at the end of the day, this guy he's a club. He's a hammer.
He is. He's out there just ready to
he attacks the ball, and he gets to where he needs to be, and he hits the guy. I mean, at this point in the game, if that's the problem, you know what? I take it because he's gonna. For starters, he's not a starter.
Yeah,
so that gives him a little bit more opportunity to study up and learn what he's doing. But also, you know what? It's going to be great. I'm going to be so excited again. Those 6 guys right there. I'm just so excited to see them move forward, with the exception of Golden. And, these guys have been around, but these young guys, Leal in his next season coming up, and Mark Robinson in his next season coming up, man, this is going to be a blast, guys. I can't believe how exciting this is with this defense. Nick Herbig says, I feel I was born to be a Steeler. I was supposed to be here. I feel the black and gold running through my veins. I love this.
I like it too. It's the right attitude to have, and he does feel like that Steeler outside linebacker. That I'm just gonna go in there and just crush whoever has the ball. He already has that mindset of like all the damn good outside linebackers that we've had here. God, if he can even just be like, he doesn't have to be the next Joey Porter or the TJ Watt. He can just come in and be like the next Clark Hagen's, next Chad Brown.
Nothing wrong with
really
that.
Good players. Nope. They weren't the best of the best, but they were really damn good players, man. And I'd gladly take that. Shit, man, put up Lamar Woodley type numbers for a few seasons, and you're going to be a legend around here, kid. So,
and what's certainly exciting about it is, you don't want to get to that point where you do lose TJ Watt for a long period of time. However, knowing the guy. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, but I'm just saying that we know that he's injury prone, and having that guy, having that peace of mind, that guy that's back there, and a guy that I think is making leaps and bounds as far as his progression in the league. Of course, he was already good coming out, but he's working alongside TJ Watt. He's working with NFL caliber coaches, and it seems that he's really developing his game in a way that if he has to step in for a significant period of time, it's not going to be a major fallback to where you're stuck with a Malik Reed or somebody like this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this young kid can make a difference. And again, you have options as well. You wouldn't be stuck with just a kid. You also have Golden and other things that you could do at that position. We've come so far from last year, and it's really cool because you see it all playing out, and I think you're going to see it carry over into the regular season. Again, barring something crazy happens between now and then. And at this point, I don't understand what it could be, but I guess if we really sat back and thought about it, things could happen that are bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not even going to get on that train. I'm just going to keep riding this train in, man.
It's just nice to have that depth that you remember back in the day, we would always have that next guy ready to go. That outside linebacker position, we went from, Lloyd and Green to Chad Brown to Clark Hagen's Joey Porter Jr. or Joey Porter, excuse me, we had Clark Hagen's, Jason Gilden. Like there was always that next guy ready to go in the pipeline. Now it's looking like, okay, maybe Nick Herbig will be that guy in the pipeline if, TJ is injured. If, Highsmith is injured, we have that next guy in the pipeline ready to go. Hopefully he doesn't have to have, I'm hoping this year, we don't need significant playing time out of him, but if everyone stays healthy, give him a year to develop to where he can truly be that next guy if one of these guys goes down. So, but it's nice to have I feel like we have more depth now than we had in a while at that outside linebacker position.
I wish we could somehow carry this over to the safety position. We brought in another guy the other day, a former safety from the Patriots. I didn't even recognize his name. He played for Notre Dame, had some tackles. I don't know, but this safety position is the position that's certainly worrying me. Of course, I think Minka's going to be fine. I to be honest, I don't even know what's going on with him. I don't even know if it's an injury issue or what's going on. But
he's back in practice and stuff. It was
what he had going on wasn't injury related. It was something outside of the game, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken.
It was outside the game, and he's back. He's been back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's not an injury that we're gonna have to worry about. This other safety position is the position that we have to worry about. Keanu Neal and Kazee. These two guys, again, they're bringing guys in to try to fill that spot. Are we starting to regret the Edmonds move, or do you think we'll be fine? I just at one point we're going to be playing against Allen. We're going to be playing against Burrow twice. We're going to be playing against, good quarterbacks that know how to pick apart situations. Where do we land? I mean, these two guys are injury prone guys. We know that. We knew that coming in. We just didn't assume that it was going to be automatic and they were going to be injured right off the bat. And we were already going to have it, this is the one position that I'm concerned about on this whole entire team is this strong safety position.
Well, it's looking right now that at least the injury report I see, I don't see Keanu Neal on it, so he's off. So that's just the information that I have. That's a good sign that he's off. But who's it? Kenny Robinson and Trenton Thomas were the two safeties that played a lot last game, and
Thomas had
they performed well. Thomas had an interception. Robinson had some key tackles. Now, are they good as Kazee and
no
Keanu Neal? No. But there is some depth there. But I didn't like, that we lost Edmonds in free agency. I said that right away. I thought him and Minka's chemistry was just undeniable. How good those two played together. Edmonds improved year after year after they drafted him. I thought it was going to be a loss, and I didn't like losing him in free agency. I do like the guys we have back there. But like you're saying, it's this Kazee injury is kind of concerning because he was the one who was supposed to be stepping into that spot. Keanu Neal was supposed to be that guy that they can bring into the nickel and dime situation, moving down to the line. So it is kind of concerning. But if Thomas and Robinson keep playing the way they did in the preseason for a game or two till these guys get fully healthy, I would be okay. But in the long haul, no, we need Kazee and Keanu Neal to be 100% healthy.
Yeah, I mean, my big question mark is with Kazee, the guy. He really has shown that he has a very difficult time staying healthy. And And again, this is a very important position, especially in the passing league that the NFL's became. The safety positions are very, very, very important. And a lot of times when a safety doesn't know what he's not up to that caliber that you're looking for, and you face a Josh Allen or you face Joe Burrow, a lot of times a play will happen and these guys are standing there 7 yards off of where they're supposed to be. You just, with the way that you feel this team kind of moving in all cylinders and, hitting on all cylinders, and you want to have your guys, you want all your guys in there. But I guess, unfortunately, in the NFL, that's not always the case. So let's just let's hope they continue to get healthy. We have a month. We have 28 days. So that's 1/12 of the year. If that's not enough time to get you healthy, I don't know. But we play the Buffalo Bills this coming Saturday. Next week after that, we have the Falcons on a Thursday. So it's gonna seem even longer because it's not even a weekend game in that last preseason.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find. Yeah, my God, trying to find an updated injury report is ridiculous in the NFL nowadays. Everyone's a month behind. I hate it.
We are getting a little close on time here, so I'm going to move forward. Mike, the Riverhounds, they beat the Hartford Athletic last night 2-0. Head coach Bob Lilly gets his 100th win. His 100th win.
Nice.
That's pretty impressive in soccer.
That is too.
That's a lot of wins.
That's a lot of wins. No matter what sport, 100 wins is a lot of wins.
Hey, Big Mike on the board. Mike, I agree. I think this is going to be our year. I do. I think this is going to be our year. This is man, still a long way to go. That's the unfortunate part. There's still so much farther to go. We're preseason game 1. But I think it's going to be a good year. I think we're going to be, as I said, just in the middle of this as much as anybody else is in the league. And I tell you what, the one person that I'm really impressed with from this past preseason game, and then we'll move on. I'm really impressed with Matt Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. I don't know. Some days, maybe the changes through this offseason, they got him the offensive assistant.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't sit around and do nothing. They talked, they game plan, they strategized, they looked at things, they looked at numbers, they looked at film. And I really, and I don't know what that was last year. It was with all 3 quarterbacks. Anybody you played, it was weird. That was a weird offense last year. So I'm really impressed with the way that Matt Canada moved forward and the coaching staff moved forward and let these guys play football.
Yeah, and then everyone has, that one more year of experience. You no longer have a rookie quarterback. He's been through the league a full cycle now, played a handful of games. He knows what to expect. So, okay, now's the time to expand the playbook. And I like the way they were attacking all parts of the field. It was refreshing.
It was refreshing.
It was very, very, very refreshing.
It was very satisfying.
It was.
Pirates, they got postponed last night. The tornadoes did not stop the Riverhounds from playing, but it stopped the Pirates from playing. And the Pirates, they got postponed till today. They play their first game at 1:35, and they play their second game at 6:05 today. So a kind of a weird doubleheader they got going on. First game, they got Mitch Keller on the hill with a 9-8 and a 4.39 ERA, 154 Ks. He's going against the supposed yesterday starter, Brandon Williamson, the lefty. He comes in with a 4-2 record, a 4.54 and 64 Ks. The second game, we're going to see the Pirates pitcher that we were supposed to see yesterday, Andre Jackson, 0-0 record, 5.16 ERA and 23 Ks. Going up against Luke Weaver, who's 2-4 with the 6.575 and 78 Ks on the season. Once the Pirates get through this doubleheader, they head off to Citi Field, New York tomorrow to Queens to play the Mets.
Oh, that's Derpy's team, the Mets.
He loves the Mets.
He loves the Mets.
Penguins.
Derpy fell asleep.
I hate the Mets. I hate Lindor.
The Penguins, 58 days. 58 days. Penguin season starts.
58 days. I can't wait. Now I can't wait for that.
Another move?
There's going to be another move coming. I just had that feeling they're going to make
I'm
that move
seeing
for
this morning
Tatar.
heavily that they're talking more about old Tater coming here.
Tater
Thomas
tots.
Tater Tot. He yeah, I mean it was kind of like kind of kept in the back before, but now it's really coming out. They're really
Yep.
pursuing him. They're really trying to make this move happen. And
It has a
you
feeling
know,
of like the whole Eric Carlson move.
it
You
feels
know,
like
it
the
was
whole Carlson thing all over again. You're
yep.
absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Thomas Tatar ends up being a Pittsburgh Penguin. But again, keep your eye on that. Penguins 58 days away, guys.
Oh God, I
Pirates will
can't
be
wait.
done.
Pirates will be done.
Steelers will be in full swing. The
And we'll have
Penguins
the
will be
Penguins.
starting.
I love it. It's the
Derpy
best time of
still
the
won't be
year.
washing his hands after he's done using the bathroom.
No, he won't.
Derpy.
So there you have it. Mike, why don't you go tell everybody about the website, man?
Oh, do I have to? Is it that time already?
Pirates
Oh
are
my
11 games back,
Dude.
Mike. They dropped again.
Oh God. So yeah, so that's the perfect time to head on over to the two dumb Yinzers.com and buy your Bob Nothing merch to show your displeasure. Apparently, I got to look for dinosaurs on Roblox, guys. Give me a second here. I'm sorry.
you're good.
TwoDumbYinzers.com.
Go check it out, everybody. www.2dumyinzers.com. A lot of cool things over there. As Mike was saying, the merchandise section has a lot of cool things. And of course, there's links to all 379 plus episodes. Go over to www.2dumyinzers.com. Guys, I'm going to jump. I'm jumping forward. We're going to go into the Buffalo Bills trivia again, and this is who the Pittsburgh Steelers play next. Is the Buffalo Bills. We're going to do a little Buffalo Bills trivia today. You ready for this?
I am ready.
All right, here we go. Derpy, Mike. Who was the first Buffalo Bill elected into the Hall of Fame?
Ooh.
Who was the first Buffalo Bill elected into the Hall of Fame? Take a minute to think that over. We are live 7 days a week, everybody, from Monday to Sunday, every week, every day, 11:30 a.m. right here. And the show every day, the brand new show gets uploaded to the Spotify at 8 o'clock in the evening in podcast form. If you just want to listen to the show, maybe in your earbuds, maybe at the gym, you could always check it out in podcast form. It goes up brand new every day, 8 o'clock p.m. Spotify. All right, guys, go back to the trivia question of the day. The question is a Buffalo Bills question. Who was the first Buffalo Bill elected into the NFL Hall of Fame? I'm going to start with Mike. Mike, who do you think?
I'm going to go with the OJ.
OJ Simpson. Interesting.
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
All right, got you locked into place. Derpy. Who was the first Buffalo Bill elected into the NFL Hall of Fame? Mike says OJ Simpson.
I'm going to go OJ2.
OJ2.
Yep. I'm going to go OJ Simpson.
I'm going to lock you in. P on the board also says OJ, so it's 3 OJs. 3 OJs for you guys.
Juice.
Question of the day. Who was the first Buffalo Bill elected in the NFL Hall of Fame? All 3 said OJ Simpson. The correct answer, of course, is OJ Simpson. OJ Simpson was the correct answer. I can't honestly name anybody from the Buffalo Bills before the 1990s with those great teams. So that would have been who I picked just by default. OJ Simpson was the correct answer, though. Great job, guys.
I was trying to think of like anyone who was good before OJ got there, and I couldn't think of anyone.
Yeah.
No.
Mike, you got anything before we get ready to take off for the day?
Oh, yeah. Don't let Ryan bring you down by reminding you there's a week between the end of the regular season or end of the preseason and the regular season. Don't let his negative energy bring you down.
Here's my thing. I told you that there was 83% of the people don't wash their hands after they use the restroom. And
I'm
Mike
okay
says,
with that.
And Mike says, don't let Ryan bring you down because there's an extra week without football. I'm
one
totally
thing's
bummed out about
important,
this
one
hand
thing's
thing.
not. Okay, one is good for your mental health, and the other is just, don't think about people not washing their hands. A week without football after football started is bullshit.
Derpy, what do you got, man?
05 happened. Why can't this year happen?
I agree. That you know what? I was literally just thinking that the other day. I thought 05 was an unlikely season. They had a good team, but it
And
was still,
expectations.
and it was unlikely. We got in as the 6th seed as a wild card. The offensive line was considered the worst ever that played, in a Super Bowl at that period of time. A lot of things about that season, they do give you hope. And I was literally doing that myself the other day. I thought, what if the 05 team did, and it was early on in Ben's career. He wasn't the Hall of Famer yet. And it was the end of Jerome Bettis' career where he, was kind of, he didn't make much of an impact. You think of the game against the Colts in the playoffs where he loses the fumble, the other game where he had 3 touchdowns on 2 carries. Remember? So he wasn't really, in his prime. They were just using him in these gimmicky type ways. So I agree. This might be the beginning of something good for this Pittsburgh Steelers team. You just never know how long that window is going to stay open. So, hopefully Coach Tomlin and the guys puts it together long enough and we could do something this year. We could make some noise. So I
hope
I
you guys
agree.
are right.
P on the board says only baseball season brings me down. I just don't get it.
This is why P's the man.
And
He knows what's up. He knows what's up.
Yeah. So there you go, everybody. We appreciate everybody checking us out as always.
Yes.
Every single one of you. And if that's it for you guys, I think that's going to be
all I
everything
got,
for
man.
me for the show.
Nothing, no late breaking news on the Twitter.
No, it's been a kind of a slow.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
it's a
happen.
very
It's gonna
slow
happen.
day.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I hope you're right, Derpy. We're
Always
due.
happens when we end.
We're due for something. I don't know what, but we're due for something. So there you have it, everybody, for the show, for the 2 Dum Yinzers, Derpy, Mike.